Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we are going to be doing an Acheron showcase in the latest Memory of Chaos just to see how she does. And before we get into today's video, I would love to know from 2.0 or 1.0, what is your favorite damage dealer and do you still use them? For me, it would be Phainon and Acheron, and I do still use both of them as they are pretty fun to play in my opinion. But I'd love to know for you which one is your personal favorite. And lastly, if you enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and now let's get straight into it. For today's showcase, we are going to be using Acheron alongside Cipher, Tribbie, Robin, and we also have Bubbles over here just casually chilling. And we are going to be taking on the Swarm Bug for today. Let's just get straight into it with our technique. Now with Robin, we are going to use her skill just to give damage boost to the team. Now with Cipher, we're going to use her skill. Now we're going to follow up here with Tribbie's ultimate since we now have enough energy to be able to use it. And we're also going to use Acheron's ultimate as well. Cipher is going to come in with the follow-up. Now with Acheron, what we could do is use her ultimate like so. Deal a nice amount of damage. And boom, there we go. Now comes in Tribbie once again. Now with Acheron, we can use her skill here. What bam. Now with Robin, we can just basic attack. Same here with Tribbie. Now we can use Cipher's ultimate. And boom. Tribbie's gonna come in with a follow-up, and so will Cipher. So we're gonna first start off by using Acheron's ultimate here. And boom, there we go. Now with Cipher, we're going to use her skill. Her skill, there we go. With Cipher, we're just going to basic attack. With Acheron here, we're going to skill. And boom. Now with Tribbie, we can basic attack once again. And with Cipher, we can basic attack another time. Alright, and boom, there we go. Tribbie's gonna come in with her follow-up as well. And boom. Now with Acheron, we are going to use her skill. And now we can follow up here with another ultimate from Acheron. And what bam, there we go. Now the bugs are going to blow up. And Cipher actually should be able to finish this fight here. So this was actually super overkill. We still have an action from Tribbie, an action from Cipher, and then Robin would be able to act again as well. There could be the potential of her possibly getting her ultimate again, which would just advance for the entire team. We were able to beat the heck out of this Storm Bug, and boom, there we go. We're able to zero cycle there with our Acheron. And then on side 2, I just have Castris here, but if someone did want a good suggestion for side 2, I do actually want to show off Phainon on side 2 very soon, as I do have some nice investments for my Phainon team. And another option that's really good for side 2 can also be Phainon, so that could be a potential as well. But now let's go over the builds of today's video. Alright, so here is my Acheron for today's video. She is running attack boots. She has a nice amount of crit rate, nice amount of crit damage, and she is running an attack orb instead of a lightning damage orb, just because my attack orb has better substats on it. For her light code, we do have her signature. For her traces, she is fully maxed out. For her relics, we're using Isamo as well as Pioneer. Now, since we have Cipher on the team, we are going to be able to fully take advantage of Isamo, as we will be able to get that additional 12% crit rate, which will help with the overall crit rate my Acheron has. And also we have Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters, which will further assist with the crit rate, the crit damage, and so on. Here are also each of the pieces for my Acheron, which I actually farmed these pieces a very, very long time ago, around the time that she released. And I also do have this variation here with speed boots, some speed boots here as well. And then here are the attack boots. We have an attack orb, and we also have an attack rope. And for Eidolons, my Acheron is E2. Since we had so much overkill in this showcase, I do have a good feeling that an E0 Acheron might be able to clear it just fine as well. The E1 is mainly just helping us with more crit rate. As for the E2 though, this is what maximizes her Abyss Trace by only having Cipher on the team, so that's very beneficial for our damage output. But then also when her turn begins, we will gain 1 point of Slash Dream, which this will assist with us being able to use her ultimate sooner. Now for Cipher, here she is. Nice amount of effect hit rate. I would want a little bit more crit rate on this build, but honestly it's fine. We do have her signature light cone. Trace is maxed out. For her relics, we're using Lushaka just to further buff Acheron. And we also have Warrior Goddess of Sun and Thunder and an Ordeal set. I would use a 4-piece set, but I'm just using 2-piece speed set. They have nice speed substats on them and also provide a good amount of stats that Cipher would want. Which here we have speed, crit damage, effect hit rate, speed, crit damage, attack, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage, as well as also defense and HP, which is nice for defensive stats, which I do like using an HP or defense orb if I'm running sustainless. And we also have energy regen rope. Eidolons, she is E0. For Tribbie, here she is. She's wearing Dance Dance Dance, which will assist with advancing the team forward. Traces are maxed out except for basic attack. We're using Bone Collection and Poet of Morning Collapse. We do have an E1 Tribbie. And lastly, here is Robin. We do have her signature light cone, but you can consider For Tomorrow's Journey. You could also consider Poised to Bloom as well, as this will increase characters' crit damage of the same path on the team, which can be beneficial as we do have Cipher and Acheron, both Nihility, and then Tribbie and Robin are also both Harmony. As for Traces, everything is maxed out except for her basic attack. For relics, we're using Sprightly Vonwak, Prisoner in Deep Confinement, and Musketeer Valdwheat. We also have an E1 Robin. And yeah, that's pretty much the team, which of course this team does have a nice amount of investment put into it. Acheron is still one of my favorite characters, so I did end up giving her a bit more investment when it comes to the Eidolons. And for my support Eidolons, the reason why I like potentially considering an E1 is due to the fact that supports are very universal in what they are able to provide for teams. In this case, we're using Robin. And of course, we're using Tribbie as well. Tribbie currently having a rerun, which in my pull recommendation video, I did recommend getting Tribbie if you don't have her already. And I still heavily recommend this if you do not have her on your account, as she does provide very nice value and also being able to highly amplify the teams you do have, as well as just playing a universal role overall. When it comes to the old type Res Pen, she provides her skill, and the vulnerability that she does with her ultimate, which if we take a look right here, when her zone is active, increases enemy targets damage taken by 30%. And then also here with the old type Res Pen buff as well, two of which are very universal things that she can provide for a team to highly amplify the damage output of the team even further. So that's why I personally highly recommend Tribbie. Robin, of course, is still very nice for what she's able to provide when it comes to her ultimate being able to provide a bunch of attack as well as advancing forward the entire team. So overall, Robin's ultimate is very, very useful, and we did use it in the beginning of the wave of the Swarm Bug, just so we were able to attack that Swarm Bug a bit and also get Acheron's ultimate ready, so when the bugs were summoned, we could just literally knock them out immediately and not even have to deal with them attacking us at all. As for alternatives though that can be used in this showcase, for example, if you do not have Robin or don't want to use her, an alternative can be a character like Sunday. He can work as well. And in the case of Sunday, what I really like running is a 135 speed Acheron around that range with Sunday 1 speed lower than her, so that Sunday can continuously advance her forward and she can keep using her skill repeatedly, which will result in a lot of stack generation for Acheron's ultimate, and overall can be a pretty strong partner to consider for the advance forward, the crit rate boost, the crit damage buffs, the damage boosts, and so on. As for Cipher, for alternatives you can consider, you could also consider using Silverwolf. Silverwolf got a very nice buff recently, which allows her to reduce the defense of all enemies with her ultimate as well as other buffs, but these buffs are very beneficial when it comes to using her alongside Acheron. I also like running Acheron, Cipher, Silverwolf, and then either a sustain or going no sustain. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.